What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is the Wednesday, the 12th of July. And today's episode isn't quite as jam-packed as yesterday's one, but it's understandable why, because yesterday the standards were so high. Right then, just before we get started, as always, if you enjoy the video and enjoy transfers, show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more, and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, it was down below in that description box. Current schedule every day at 8 AM is a transfer video, is the second upload at 9 PM. And finally, in the comment section below, now we know the two World Cup finalists being France and Croatia, what is your prediction for that game on Sunday? Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, let's jump on to confirmed deals. And the very first one is going to be Colombian left midfielder called Sinistera. He's joined Feyenoord in the Eredivisie from a team called Once Caldes. I pretty absolutely butchered that. They are a Colombian team and he costs €2 million. And next up we have got one for Borussia Dortmund. The player coming in is against the Moroccan international Hakimi. He's joined from Real Madrid as a 2-year loan deal. Now, I don't think there is any kind of option to buy, but for Real Madrid, of course, a couple days ago, they signed Odriozola from Real Sociedad, so Hakimi, he'd have been third choice, or maybe even fourth choice, because I know Nacho Fernandez, he can also play there. And next up, we've got an Italian player called Romelu going to Genoa, and that is from Hellas Verona on a free transfer. And the final player on the page is going to be Nani, returning to Sporting. And he has played for Sporting now on 3 different occasions, because back in 2003 he played for a youth team, then got promoted, went to Manchester United, returned to them in 2014 on loan, and now he's back there again. And he's joined them from Valencia for an undisclosed fee. And going on to the second page, and the very first player is a Mexican international as Miguel Layún. He's joined Villarreal from FC Porto for a fee of just €4 million. And now another confirmed transfer for Arsenal fans, and this one, I think it's their 5th one so far this window. And this time it's going to be young French central midfielder as Guendouzi. He's joined from FC Lorient, and the fee, it most starts saying undisclosed, although apparently it's €8 million plus bonuses. And next up we've got Italian centre-back Acerbi going to Lazio. That's from Sassuolo and the fee is €10 million. And the final confirmed transfer from yesterday is going to be Yarmolenko. The Ukrainian international has joined West Ham now officially from Borussia Dortmund for a fee of £17.5 million, signing a 5-year contract. And I have said it a few times before now, but in my opinion, at least on paper, West Ham's transfer window so far is going really well. But then again, if you go back 1 year to last summer's transfer window, a lot of people, including myself at one point, said the same thing about Everton. So that's it for confirmed deals today. Now, let's jump on to potential rumours. The very first one is according to Fabrizio Romano. Felipe Anderson to West Ham is nearly a done deal, and the fee itself is €40 million total, that's bonuses included. West Ham have asked for a work permit, and now a deal is ready to be finalised. And it would be the second time so far this summer that West Ham have broken their transfer record. And their current record is still £22 million for Issa Diop, again this summer transfer window. So Felipe Anderson, I think €40 million is like £35 million, so breaks it by some margin. And the players they brought in so far alongside potentially Felipe Anderson, you've got Yarmolenko, as I said before, Issa Diop, Fabianski, Jack Wilshere and Ryan Fredericks. And next I've got two very short ones. The very first one is according to Gianluca Di Marzio. Antonio Cassano could be in for a shock return to football with Parma. He hasn't had a team now for a whole year, so when he comes back potentially to Parma, I'd be very surprised if he's anywhere near match fit. Now correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure Parma, they've had 4 consecutive promotions since restarting their club. And next up, according to Sky Italia, Eder is set to join Jiangsu Suning in the Chinese Super League. Inter will receive a transfer fee of just €5 million. As for Eder, his contract is 2.5 years, where he'll earn €27 million. It does seem like a very similar contract to what Paulinho is getting at Guangzhou Evergrande, and in regards to FIFA, he might not be on FIFA 19. And the final one on the page is according to the Daily Mirror. Arsenal could be set to lose goalkeeper Ospina, with Boca Juniors set to complete a £6 million deal for the Colombian. And it does make sense to be fair, because of course Bernardo came in from Leverkusen, he's a new number 1 goalkeeper, Petr Cech will be number 2, so if Ospina stayed, he'd be third choice. And next up, according to Foot Mercato, and also alongside that, L'Equipe in France, they're saying that French defender Clement Lenglet has had his €35 million release clause activated by Barca yesterday afternoon. Manchester United were linked him at one point as well, but for 35 million euros in this market, it seems like good business by Barca. And next out, according to Nice Matin, Premier League side Fulham have agreed a deal with Nice for central defender Maxime Le Marchand. I'm almost certain I said his name wrong there, but for FIFA 19 potentially at the very start, he might be a good option for Prem teams. And the Frenchman has quit Nice's pre-season camp, as now said to travel to London to complete a move. It doesn't mention any kind of fee, but I imagine if it is true, we'll find the details of the transfer very soon. And next out, according to Sky Sports News, Fulham and Nice are now in talks over signing on midfielder Jean-Michel Seri, whose £35 million release clause expires on Sunday. Now, despite Damaso actually saying the deal itself is done, I don't think it's done just yet. Like, reports in France were suggesting a fee of just 20 million euros, which is half what Nice are asking for. But fair play to Fulham, if they pull that deal off, that'd be a very big statement. And the reason I say that is because 1 year ago, he was linked to go to Barcelona, and so far this transfer window, it's been Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham. I think last summer on top of it, PSG were interested. And the final one on the page is according to Goal.com. Everton is set to make an offer of £21 million for Barca and Colombian international centre-back Yerry Mina. And the rumours were suggesting that Yerry Mina would be sold to bring in Arthur, but that's not the case. Now, I think it's a fair assumption to say that so far his Barca career, it's not really gone to plan, but obviously that could change in the future. Now, for Barca as a club, they might consider selling already. And going on to the next page of transfers, and the very first one is going to be Shaqiri. So according to Telegraph first up, Liverpool have open talks with Stoke City over a deal for Shaqiri. Sky Sports are saying the same thing about Liverpool being in talks with Stoke City, again over Shaqiri, and James Pearce from Liverpool Echo has been saying Shaqiri is set to become Liverpool's third signing of the summer. Now, Liverpool want to get a deal done before they go to America for their pre-season tour, and Goal.com are suggesting that Ojo could go the opposite direction on loan. And literally, as I'm doing the commentary right now, a guy called Paul Joyce, a journalist who's very reliable for Liverpool, he said pretty much the same as everyone else about Shaqiri, and talks are still ongoing, but it could be £12 million and Harry Wilson going to Stoke City on loan. And next up, we've got a World Cup finalist as Ante Rebic, who, by the way, so far this World Cup has been brilliant. But according to Sport Bild today in Germany, Manchester United, Liverpool, Tottenham and Arsenal are all interested in Croatian international Ante Rebic, who's currently playing for Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. And the initial quoted fees for the transfer itself about 2 or 3 weeks ago is around 25 to 26 million pounds, but now that's gone up a lot. And I have really only watched him properly so far this World Cup, and for me his work rate is extremely good. And now we've got a couple of deals for Chelsea, and the very first one is a very short one, according to Daily Mirror. Chelsea have agreed a deal to sign defender Rugani from Juventus for £35 million. And next there is going to be an update about a player going to Chelsea, as well as a new manager. So according to Sky Italia, Chelsea are close to agreeing a deal with Napoli for manager Sarri and midfielder Jorginho, as a total fee of £57 million or 65 million euros. And they go on to say Jorginho wants to join Chelsea over City now because his preference is to live in London, as according to Napoli president. Like, he literally agreed terms with Man City and stuff, but Chelsea came in and they offered him more money pretty much. And Football London are saying Sarri has told Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich he will only take over as manager if Hazard and Willian remain at Stamford Bridge. And now we have a player potentially going from Chelsea to Napoli, that is going to be Cesc Fabregas. So according to La Repubblica, Cesc Fabregas could be used as part of the deal to see Mauricio Sarri and Jorginho join Chelsea, with Fabregas going off to the Serie A. Now, I know Napoli signed a replacement for Jorginho a couple days ago, or like this time last week with Fabian, so I'm not really sure if Fabregas is needed or not, we'll have to wait and see. And next up we've got France midfielder Rabiot, that's according to Mundo Deportivo. Barca have made contact with PSG over the potential signing of Rabiot. And Paris United are saying a provisional contract already has been agreed between Rabiot, his agent and his mother. And it's said to be €600,000 per month over 5 years. However, Barca are now being very conscious as to how they're approaching PSG, because last time they went for Verratti and Paris Saint-Germain really didn't like that, so in retaliation pretty much, they went and bought Neymar. And next up, we've got quite a few updates about Fekir and potential move to Liverpool again. So first up, according to RMC, Liverpool definitely come back in for Fekir after the World Cup final on Sunday. And the negotiations between Liverpool and Lyon are still ongoing. And then Goal France did say Liverpool are ready to charge for Fekir, they've not abandoned the thought about signing him, and would like to revive talks of Lyon after the World Cup. So they both pretty much said the same thing, that according to Dave Maddock, who works at Daily Mirror, He has said Fekir has met with Ula, the club president of Lyon, during the World Cup, and that is to plead with him to get a move to Liverpool. And Lyon have already sounded out a replacement for him, which is Morocco international Ziyech. The initial agreed fee between both clubs for Fekir is around £53 million, but now Liverpool want to restructure the terms of the deal. It doesn't necessarily mean a reduced transfer fee, it could just be different add-ons. And it finally says that Fekir and Ula have reached an agreement, and now Liverpool and Lyon can reopen talks about the prospect of resurrecting his dream move. And to be fair to Ula, he does speak a lot, by the way, but at the very start of the transfer window itself, he said he wants to sell Fekir, or if he does sell Fekir, it'll be after the World Cup. And next up, according to the Daily Mirror, Liverpool will not attempt to sign Dybala from Juventus despite the Italian side's record move for Cristiano Ronaldo. And the reason I'm putting this in is because basically a couple of days ago the rumours started going about, and even according to TYC Sports in Argentina, they said yesterday Liverpool ready to bid £80 million for Dybala after Ronaldo joined Juventus. And since that article came out, James Pearce actually said otherwise, saying there's no interest from Liverpool in Dybala. And now going on to the final two today, then both of them are linked to Real Madrid. So first up, according to the Daily Star, who by the way, not reliable, they're saying Robert Lewandowski is desperate to leave Bayern this summer, despite reports saying he's happy to stay. Real Madrid are interested in the Polish striker. And as I mentioned yesterday, with Real Madrid losing Ronaldo, they've got to replace his goals. And right now in world football, not too many players get 40 plus a season, like Ronaldo did. Like consistently over the last, I'd say 3 or 4 years, there's literally only Ronaldo, Messi, Lewandowski and Harry Kane. I may have missed 1 or 2 players there, but you get my point that Lewandowski, he can score a lot of goals, it's whether Bayern want to sell or not. And the final one today is according to Football London. Eden Hazard is the current bookmaker's favourite to replace Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid, and the Belgian will leave Chelsea unless he sees ambition in this transfer market. I do imagine Chelsea were reluctant to buy any players so far this window for the simple fact their manager, they wasn't sure if it'd be Conte or Sarri. Like they could have brought in some players for Sarri beforehand, but eventually he might not have signed. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it and enjoyed transfers, show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome, greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button for more, and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, it's down below in the description box. Current schedule every day at 8 AM as a transfer video, is the second upload at 9 PM. And finally, in the comment section below, what is your prediction for the World Cup final between France and Croatia? Let me know down below. So thank you for watching this video, I'll see you next time.